Okay, today we're going to be installing mud flaps on the 2025 Crown Insignia. I've already got my start ears. I got my wheel chocks, of course, my low profile jack and my jack stands, because what I'm going to be doing is coming in from the rear to jack the rear tires up, because it's easiest if we take them off. And so if you'll look underneath here on the cross member, you can see right there exactly where it's going to be lifting right there. You can see the indenture. Or the protrusion right there, that's where your jack stands are going to go. So coming back out, it's pretty much right there squared center in the rear cross. So before I jack it up, I went ahead and placed the chocks in front of the front wheels. I wish I had two more to put behind the wheels, but I only have two, so I'm going to make it work. And of course, I'm going to apply the parking brake. This is the part number for the mud flaps for the Crown Signia. And as you can see, it comes with all four, and you really can't mess it up. Not only does it tell you on the bag the placement, but it also is indented on the inside of the mud flap on where it actually goes. And of course, you got two sets of hardware mounting kit. Okay, just for context, I want to show you where our jack stands are going to go. This is the rear wheel. And so right underneath here, you can see the indentures. That's where your jack stands going to go. So take it back, rear wheel, underneath the carriage. That's where the reinforced stand is going to go. It's now on the jack stands on both sides, and we're about to use a 17mm socket to go ahead and get the lugs off. A couple of little tidbits. The right angle socket, I got this at Walmart. This is just a hard, it was $29. And so what you've got here, the cool thing about this one is it's got a little head that will adjust, and kind of there, but it's a right angle. And so again, there, and it kind of goes there, but you've also got all kinds of different heads that you can slide into, and you can see the head unit right there is adaptable, but it's socket. So it's actually really well. There's an extension on there. You can see $29. The other thing is you have a 1/4-inch drill bit, and that's where you're going to drill the pilot holes. Again, for the three placements of the Phillips, as well as the rivets. Remember, you're not going to reuse any rivet that you take out. You're only going to use the ones that came with the installation kit. All right, so the installation is complete. Got some leftover parts. I just want to show you, this is the rear wheel. And I want to show you, these are the two plastic rivets that came out. They were located underneath the body. And you can see when they came out, it's replaced by just one of these right here. So the plastic part of the splash guard comes, and then there's one little single rivet right there. And then if you'll notice on the inside, now I took my tires off. You don't really have to do that. They say, because I have a right angle screwdriver, but you'll notice there's a Phillips head, Phillips head, Phillips head, and then another rivet right there that comes with it. See in the back part right there? I'll try to get that. That's a little short rivet that came with it. And so you'll need to put those along with the locking brackets on the underside of the trim. And it's self-explanatory on what it is, but only the short Phillips head are you going to use on this entire vehicle, the front and the back. They're going to send you long ones, but I did not find any use for the long ones at all. These right here, as you can see, they're kind of leftovers. And then these are the rivets I took out. Once you take a rivet out, you're not going to reuse it. You're only going to use the ones that they send in the package. Okay, on the front, I'm on the front wheel. If you're on the front driver's side, you'll need to cut your wheel to the left. And so you're going to use a couple of things. Again, the short Phillips head there and there. And then you have, right here, you have a 10mm bolt. And underneath, there's also another 10mm bolt. And I'll get down here and show it to you. It's going to be on the trim right there. Those came on the vehicle already, and you're just going to reuse those to attach the front mud flaps. And there's another hole over here on the far side. You can see it right there. I don't have anything that I think would fit in there or a reason to go in there, because it's extremely sturdy as it is. But it's important to note that the long locking brackets that come in the install packet, they're going to be used here on the front trim. And you'll see what I'm talking about. If you'll notice this bolting right here, the holes, when you drill them, you can see where they're at. So they're long, so they'll have to meet up right there, the locking little brackets. So that's how you do the mud flaps. Good luck. Hope it works out. And one last note about these rear tires, because these made my life absolutely miserable. These are lug bolts and not lug nuts. So taking them off, obviously I had the car jacked up, not a problem. Getting them back on, not so easy. Had to line the holes up and then get the bolt in, sink it, and then kind of align the rest of the holes. But it was a complete, especially the first tire was a horrible experience. The second one went a lot faster. I know there is a tool that Toyota makes, but I did not have that available. It's the one that goes actually in the hole where the bolt's going to go, and then it holds your tire, kind of mounts your tire temporarily. But anyway, just be advised, when you take these off, you better have a good plan on getting them lined back up, lifted, and then mounted back.